Hey, what's up everyone? Pastor Jams here back with another video, and today I wanted to take this opportunity and slot of a review to talk about something that has been dwelling and mixing for the past year or so, and I'm talking about AI. If you don't know what AI is, that's artificial intelligence, and it has been causing quite the stir in a lot of industries in the past year or so, 2 years maybe, but I've noticed it growing exponentially, increasingly throughout the year, and I think it's something very scary and very interesting at the same time. But what I'm here to talk about is how it affects the music industry and how people are using regular, ordinary people are using AI to just create these interesting things and putting it out on the internet for people to hear. So, AI, just a quick rundown, has been used in things like movies, and you can put something and create entire movie scripts. I think Marvel even used AI for their opening to Secret Invasion, and a lot of people were upset about that. And I agree, it's very strange. It's taking out the creativity, in my opinion, of basic human nature and genuine creativity and things like that. And you can even input someone's voice to create like voice lines or things like that, conversations between one another. Even video AI is very scary as it looks very extremely detailed and real compared to how it looked a year ago, where it looks very wonky and stuff like that. No, it has progressed and has continued to get better and upgrade in a sense. So that's it. Also affects the music industry because it, like I said, you can implement someone's voice, whether they're alive or passed away. Um, is as long as you can. I don't know how it works as like to the T, but as long as you have an algorithm of sorts with their voice, you can manipulate it in a way with AI to create whatever you want essentially. So three things I want to talk about. Three things in this video, and I like I said, I think it's very important. It's a very hot topic, and put your opinion down in the comment below, or message me on Instagram or whatever. All that will be linked in the description below. So the first thing I want to talk about is the first big buzz of what started this whole AI thing in terms of music, and that's a Drake featuring The Weeknd song that was completely made by AI. I'm talking about "Heart on My Sleeve," which came out about a year ago now. And when I heard it, I thought it was bonkers. I thought it was so wild to hear how Drake's his vocals were so clean, so crisp. The Weeknd's not so much. You can some AI covers. You can look up anything on YouTube, any song. If you look up AI cover with a certain artist, most likely 9 times out of 10 you will find a video. But some of these AI voices and covers, their vocals, you can really tell that it's not them. You'll hear like high pitched notes that don't really sound too crisp or clean. Some of the words in general are really mumbled. For example, there is a AI cover of "Creep," "Cigarettes After Sex." There's an AI cover to "Creep" that they do that has been uploaded to YouTube, and some of Greg's vocals are very mumbled and jittery and whatever. But anyways, back to "Heart on My Sleeve," the AI generated song with by of Drake featuring The Weeknd. It's so mind-boggling how like the beat is like on point. It's actually good. It's very jumpy, fast-paced. And then Drake's vocals as well, and his verse, his flow is very, kind of very hard hitting and straightforward to the point, where I think it's good, but I don't think it's something that necessarily has to be put out there or exploited, because I think it's, side note, I mean, you guys know me about Drake and stuff like that. I think it's a little embarrassing how AI and artificial intelligence writes a song right out of the bat way better than yourself with your most recent work and stuff like that. But at the same time, you yourself as an artist are being exploited. Not only Drake, but The Weeknd as well, where the flow and the verse of The Weeknd is very like you yourself as a listener are like, yeah, he would write something like that, and yeah, this does sound like them. It's not out of the wazoo and it sounds straight out of left field. It's very scary and interesting at the same time, like I said, but I don't think that artists should be exploited like that, because I think that artists and Hollywood stars are exploited enough as they are. And to kind of throw this into the mix, it's kind of, well, it's not kind of, it is disrespectful. So moving on to that, I will also link that in the description below. Another thing I'm going to link in the description below is I want to talk about Glorb, because in terms of exploiting characters and voices, if you don't know who Glorb is, it is this channel on YouTube that has been generating AI rap songs with SpongeBob characters and their voices, like SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs. The most famous one is Squidward, and then like Plankton, and you get the gist of it. But there are videos that have been popping up and being uploaded of like these AI generated visuals, and some of the more detailed videos. I don't know if those are AI generated, but there are AI generated visuals and like entire songs with these characters, and it sounds like them. Like, I don't know, I can't really put, I don't want to put it up and give an example because I don't want it to get copyrighted or whatever, but it is using the likeness of these characters and the voice actors, and it sounds just like them. It's very, it's just madness. Like, and like there's this whole lore thing going on and stuff like that, and I do got to give it a little bit of credit, even though it doesn't deserve credit. Like, it's interesting to hear, like like the tracks, the beats, the verses are very hard hitting, straight to the point, where it's actually comical and hilarious to hear some of these verses that AI has generated. But you, at the same time, like I said, you are using the likeness and the work of someone else, the voice of someone else who, and I want to emphasis on this. A lot of these AI cover generated like uploads on YouTube, they'll get like a couple thousand views, maybe at most like 80,000 I've seen on most videos, but you'll get like 5K, maybe 10K. And it's not that much of a like, oh my god, like they're really raking in the revenue. But in Glorb's case, each video easily has, I believe, 1 million plus views. There's some videos that even have like 5 million plus or 8 million. And yeah, at that point, yes, you are raking in that dough. And I don't really know how much necessarily, but that's a lot of traction to your channel for someone else's work. I know you yourself are, and no disrespect to Glorb or his channel or whatever, or their channel, but you are, I mean, yeah, it's fun. Maybe it's like you're not necessarily doing it for the money, but you know that, I mean, you're not just doing it and YouTube's not paying you. Like, I'm just trying to say that making money off of someone else's work is pretty, out there, controversial stuff like that. But not trying to start any issues with them. Anyways, moving on to the third thing, and another reason why I find these quite disrespectful and exploitive in terms of artists. Uh, there are, unfortunately, there are artists who have passed away, and there are a lot of AI covers of artists of a bunch of genres who do these crazy, outrageous covers. Like, for example, Frank Sinatra covering AI covering "Flashing Lights" by Kanye West. When the hell would, I mean? That's I would never even have dreamed of hearing that sentence in my life. Freddie Mercury covering "Creep" by Radiohead. Like, the "Creep," like I said, is a big one, and one that, and My Way as well by Frank Sinatra is one that also gets AI generated and stuff like that. And those are the most common ones that I see. And then, yeah, those are older artists who have been, they're no longer with us, but you also have AI covers with people like Mac Miller, XXX Tentacion, Juice World, Pop Smoke. The list goes on. You know what I'm trying to get at here. And even Kurt Cobain. I see AI covers of Kurt Cobain. I mean, these artists, it's bad enough that the labels that had these artists under their grasp release albums that are unfinished after their death. I mean, that's so disrespectful, and I think it's even more disrespectful for anyone out there in the public to have control of their voices. That's so out, like, that's wild. That's so crazy to think about. Like any ordinary person, imagine imagine a professional music engineer or a professional mixer or producer who can get their grasp on these voices and create something like that. I don't know. I know I'm going on 11 minutes here, and I just wanted to discuss this because I see it growing, I see it expanding and getting better and more realistic and detailed each month, honestly. And, progressing from like a year ago to how it is now, so clean and crisp and detailed, it's very scary. However, it is also interesting at the same time, but interesting in a sense of like where is this going to end? Like how far is this going to go? Like I don't know, and I don't even know if I want to know. Anyways, link to check out the links in the description if you want to learn more about this and see the examples that I talked about. Like I said, no disrespect to Glorb and their channel. I just wanted to really discuss that because it is something that has been, it's trending. There's millions of views. So no shade to them. I just wanted to use them as an example because they are one of the most relevant in terms of AI music. And hopefully you're all looking forward to the next review. Passage Jams out.